first here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 28 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 8 carries, 51 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt, they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
The Vikings at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they had their 6-game winning streak snapped a week ago, but still is a team that's playing pretty darn well.
And like the old song says, accentuate the positive. And I think that's exactly what this team's going to do. If you've won 6 in a row, you know you're doing something right in the NFL. So I don't think the one loss is really going to discourage them.
Cousins on 1st down. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Vikings are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Cousins will try and throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here 1st half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for 2, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. After a 1-point game, 7.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football.
As they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw into the hands of McLaurin. Wentz finding McLaurin there for the Commanders first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Robinson up the middle.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wentz.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Wentz. This one complete to Curtis Samuel.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10. Here's Wentz.
That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Wentz. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Wentz. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal.
Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Week 9 here in the National Football League. We'll have 9 weeks to go after this. We got a couple of good matchups in prime time to wrap up the first half of the season. Tonight, Tennessee and KC in the AFC. And then tomorrow night, an interconference matchup. Baltimore and New Orleans from the Superdome.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Cousins. And this one is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards there, a big play on 4th down.
They accepted the risk, and it was rewarded. What a catch on 4th down to create a 1st down situation. But one more time, what a catch.
And what a catch. It was close, perilously close to a turnover on downs, but picked up the first.
How about getting his feet down, though? That's footwork.
Oh, felt like that move deserved more than he got there. A gain of 2.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins. Smith catches left side.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Cousins to throw it.
Goes right back to Smith again. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Play action now. Cousins.
That one complete down the field to Smith.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. From the red zone now, Cousins. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get into the end zone. So that pushes the lead up to 4. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And Gibson decides against bringing it out. The Commanders back out late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And Thomas has it.
Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts
as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Thomas has got it. Complete.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Going to be caught downfield by Dotson.
Touchdown, Washington. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 17-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
So we've hit past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down. Here's Cousins.
Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
And that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Second down, they go right back to Cook.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A 10th carry in the game for Cook.
He'll take it inside the 25.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime makes had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Throwing. Cousins.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon.
And the Vikings have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Cousins will try and throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. First chance for the Commanders offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Play action. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings Return back here on offense.
He's hoping to take what has been a good game here and make it a great game. But so far, solid, and we're still in the third quarter.
And there's nothing wrong with solid. You want to be that. You want to be reliable. You want to be a guy that puts your team in a position to have a chance to win. And that's what we're seeing from him. And there's also that added element that maybe it can become a little bit more as this game goes on.
He'll try to make it more here on this drive. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Cook following the penalty. And he's got room. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On 2nd and 1, Cousins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
3rd down, here's a run by Cook.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at FedEx Field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game. And he's got a 1st down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple of minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Again, it's Cook. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. On 1st and 10, Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Cousins.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings could be on their way to 7-1 as they add on to their lead.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. That one was an extended drop. Plays all told.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And Gibson decides against bringing it out.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
Now Wentz looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Throwing is Wentz. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Winston Dotson, your connection there for the Commander first. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Wentz. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Into the red zone. Wentz to the right side and complete to Thomas. Touchdown!
Logan Thomas
from 13 yards out.
And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Cousins here to throw.
That one complete down the field to Smith.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Wentz to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Kirk Cousins in the offense. Down by a field goal. 20 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 22 yards there, a first down. Cousins to throw.
Well, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. One last shot now for Cousins. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My 8-spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later,